In this session, we are discussing the important preparation methods for colloidal system. The preparation of a lyophilic colloid is easy. It can be prepared by shaking the dispersed phase with dispersion medium. But a lyophobic colloid, we have to apply different methods for the preparation. The two important methods or two types of methods for its preparation are dispersion methods and condensation methods. In this class, we are discussing what are the different dispersion methods. Here, three methods are going to be discussed. First of all, we have to know what is meant by dispersion method or what is happening in dispersion method. In dispersion method, we are breaking down the coarser aggregates into particles of colloidal size. We know in a colloid, the particles are in the range of 1 nanometer and 1000 nanometer. So, using dispersion methods, the larger aggregates are broken down into particles of colloidal size. The first dispersion method is mechanical dispersion. In this method, the substance whose colloidal solution is to be made is first taken and finely powdered, and its suspension is made by shaking the powdered substance with the suitable dispersion medium. After that, this suspension is passed through a colloid mill which consists of two discs moving in opposite direction with very high speed. Due to the high movement of these discs, the particles of suspension will break down and we will obtain the particles in the colloidal range. Thus, the colloidal solution can be prepared. For example, rubber, ink, paints and varnishes are prepared by the mechanical dispersion method. And the second dispersion method is electrical dispersion or Bradig's arc method. This is one of the important methods for the preparation of lyophobic colloid. The arrangement for Bradig's arc method is given in the figure. In the arrangement, in a small beaker, we have to take the suitable solvent and a little bit alkali. Then, two electrodes of the metal are dipped in this beaker. The electrodes are made of the substance whose colloidal solution is to be made. Then this beaker is placed in a large beaker containing ice cubes. After setting up the arrangement, we have to apply an electric arc with very high voltage between the two electrodes. On the application of electric arc, the metal will come into the solvent then it will have a tendency to vaporize because we are applying high voltage. So these particles in the solvent will have a tendency to vaporize. To condense these vapors, we are using ice cubes. So ice cubes will help to condense these vapors and we will obtain the particles in the colloidal range. Then what is the function of alkali? It can be discussed in a detailed manner later. But the function of alkali is that when we apply the high voltage, the electrode will converted into small particles and it will be in the solvent. But these particles will mix together to make bigger aggregates. So when we add a suitable alkali, there will be a preferential adsorption of the ions around these particles. So the particles will have positive or negative charge. We know like charges will repel each other. It will help to avoid further formation of larger aggregates. That's the function of alkali. Then the third method is peptidization. Here we are taking freshly prepared precipitates like silver chloride, ferric hydroxide that can be converted into the colloidal solution by the addition of small amount of suitable electrolyte. The electrolyte chosen should have an ion common with the material to be dispersed. The peptidization is due to the preferential adsorption of one of the ions of the electrolyte by the particles of the material. Due to preferential adsorption, the particles acquire a positive or negative charge depending upon the charge on the ion adsorbed. For example, if we have to prepare a colloidal solution of ferric hydroxide, first we have to make a freshly prepared precipitate of ferric hydroxide. Then a suitable electrolyte which contain a common ion is to be added. We can add ferric chloride solution. Then Fe3 plus ion is a common ion. Then what will happen? The ferric hydroxide particles will adsorb the Fe3 plus ion on the surface. Then there will be a layer of Fe3 plus ions around ferric hydroxide particle. So there will be a positively charged layer. All the particles will have this positive charge. So the particles will repel each other. Hence we will obtain a stable colloidal salt. This is peptidization method.